All right, so these guys showed you how to build a hotel and how to run it. I'm going to show you how to fill them. Who would like to know that, how to make money out of it? Okay, fantastic. A little bit about my back. What were we going through? And I'm going to rush through these. I won't tell you what we're going to talk about because I'm going to talk about it. But a little bit about myself. I've been in the industry now. Our family's been in the industry since 1960. My father, Sir Adrian Caruso, O-B-E-O-A-M-A-M, all those funny letters, was a pioneer in the travel industry. He's still around. Dad's 94. He's in Brisbane with me with Mum. Mum's 84. He's on his laptop every day. We can't get him off the laptop. So we've been in travel for quite some time. He was a travel agent. He had hotels back in Brisbane. So travel's in my blood. Something about Fastrack. We've been operating for about 20 years in Australia, 10 years in New Zealand. And some of the clients that we have David Ovendale's probably our longest serving client here. Thank you, David, for the years of service. 7 years, 8 years, something like that. Scenic, we've been working with for about 5-6 years. So we've certainly understand the New Zealand market as well. Okay, what we're going to talk about is these things called OTAs. I love OTAs. I think OTAs are the best thing that's ever happened to the hotel industry. A lot of people see them as enemies, and I don't think they're enemies at all. To me, they market your hotel. They're a marketing channel, and you should not be threatened by them. But what you should do is that after someone has stayed at your property, this is when you should try and convert them as a guest. So to me, this is what's sort of happening now. Before the OTA started to diminish of COVID because they lost billions of dollars, and now they sort of start rise again. So what I'm trying to do over the next 20 minutes is show you, and I'm going to go right back to basics of digital, right back to the basics of marketing and business as well, of how to actually get more direct bookings using the OTAs. Who'd like to hear that? It's quite easy to do, actually. So the OTA market's expected to grow by about 15.5% per annum. And you can see here in 2020, it was worth $460 billion. In 2022, $650 billion. And in 2025, it should be, I think it's $1 trillion then, I think after the billion, isn't it? Something like that. So to make sure that you take advantage of an OTA, you have to really have a look at how you are listed on an OTA. You have to make sure that your listing is perfect on there. Don't allow the OTAs to write how your hotel or property is. It's up to you to do that. So that's one little key point there as well. Some of the top booking channels for 2022 by SiteMiner's Hotel Booking Trends. You can see here that Booking.com is number 1, followed by Expedia, and the hotel websites are direct bookings. We've got some other ones there, the GDS, Agoda, Hotel Beds as well. So that's sort of, you can see there who the top ones are, but we probably already knew that. So the Hotel Direct website, your website really should be the pinnacle, should be the central part of your digital strategy, should be your central revenue earner. If it isn't, you really need to start having a look and developing a direct book strategy. Because if it's not being your center of all the revenue, the main source, you've got an issue. And it's quite easy to actually do that. So how to make OTAs work? Quite simple. Clicker's not working. They're the first touch points of hotels. And I'll talk to you about a little bit about a billboard effect. Why I like OTAs, because it makes my life easier. When I go to a destination I've never been to, I go to an OTA first. And it gives you all the hotels that are available. Then what I do is I go to the hotel website. So to me, OTAs are fantastic as well. So make sure that it is well written, and make sure that you don't copy what's on your hotel website and put it into the OTA, because Google will penalize you as well. So make sure it's unique as well. So right now, travelers are probably the most winnable consumers on earth. And even though I'm based in Australia, I do know what's going on in New Zealand. People still love travel, even despite the recession. People still love travel. They're the most winnable. And the urge to travel is stronger than rising inflation. I mean, who's recently booked a trip? And they say that booking a trip actually makes better for your health. I mean, who's booked a trip recently, a holiday? It makes you feel better, doesn't it? It feels like, so they're the most winnable consumers that they have out there. And this is despite the Chinese traveller. And tomorrow we've got some great presentations from Trip.com and Tourism New Zealand on why the Chinese travellers aren't back in their droves. And when they do start travelling, what you can do to get them as well. So please, hands up, who's got a direct booking strategy? Oh shit, we've got a long way to go today. Okay, what did I say before? That your website needs to be the revenue channel that is making you the most bookings, okay? So to me, 78% of people who go to an OTA visit your website, and it's called the billboard effect. And how this works is simple. Step one, someone uses the online travel agent to search for a property near where they want to stay. Step two, you list out all the things that they want to do as well. Step three, the user is curious to learn more about your property and they go to your website. And this is where you need to nail them and make sure that they don't leave unless it looks better on the OTA or they want to book on the OTA. Because there's some people who will always use an OTA and you can never ever convert them, I can tell you now. You can't convert them. Step four, the guest compares the OTA price to your hotel price. Oh man, the amount of times I've seen your hotel, right, dearer than an OTA, and there's tools out there like OTA Insights that you can subscribe to. Now, what am I going to do? I want to book for the OTA. And sometimes I ring up the reservations and say, hey, listen, your hotel is about $20 cheaper on the OTA and the reservation person, I can't match that. Okay. Okay, and this is happening every day because I do that, because I travel most weeks in a hotel. And to me, I go, if it's something's cheaper on the OTA, I'll ring up the reservations and say, can you match that? Okay, because I know I'm all about the direct booking channel. And probably 20-30% of the time, the reservation's saying, oh, they've got an allocation. I can't match it. I'm like, oh, fuck. Anyway. Revenue management, here you go. So the guest finds a better rate and positive reviews, and they book direct on your website, and the guest uses the book now function on the website. So to me, and look, I won't steal Jessica's thunder, but to me, this is a graph she's going to present after me, but to me, on average, a traveller visits your website after about 50 times. So make sure that you have remarketing. If you're using an advertising agency or marketing agency like Fastrack Digital, make sure you have remarketing. Remarketing is where we plant a little cookie in your website. And because the OTA has marketed your property and they've come to your website, then it starts remarketing. When you all those ads that appear everywhere, so make sure you have a remarketing campaign as well. So question, does everyone know what the percentage of their direct bookings are? Does anyone know what the rate is? Okay, that is probably one critical area. You need to know how many bookings are coming direct to your property versus how many are being booked through your OTA. And one of the things that my father, as I said, he's still alive, he's always got these sayings. And he said to me once, what you can't measure, you can't control or manage. What you can't measure, you can't control or manage. And the first thing we do at Fastrack, when we start working with a customer, we say what we can do for them, is we go into the Google Analytics. And we find that the data that they're collecting is not set up correctly. They haven't got e-commerce tracking set up. And to me, just be careful. Who's on Google Analytics for? Did you know that Google Analytics, your normal Google Analytics will cut off on the 1st of July, which is a couple of days' time, and you'll be automatically switched over to Google Analytics 4. And if you haven't set it up properly, you'll lose all your data. Contact myself or my staff. That's going to happen as well. So to me, you need to have the right e-commerce tracking reports, and this is what we give our clients. And this is Google Data Studio, where we pull the reports in, where we actually show you exactly all what you're getting revenue 24/7. Again, what you can't measure, you can't manage. If you're using a digital agency, make sure they're giving you something like this so we can see 24/7 how your marketing is working. If you spend $5 on an ad, how much did it actually make as well? So I'm going to get some water in a second. Okay. So to me, you also have to have a look at your booking funnel. So your booking funnel really is how people are coming to your website, where they're coming from, and how they're exiting. And this is a visualization funnel that is actually in your Google Analytics. And it actually shows where people are actually coming and where they're actually coming out from. Geez, I hope I'm not losing my voice. I have to be the MC for the rest of the conferences anyway. Okay, so you can actually see, so this is the first piece of data that we see when we start looking at trying to improve your direct booking channel. And this is where we can actually see where people are coming into your, how they're coming into your website and how they're going off to your booking engine as well with that. And 39% of people, once they've actually come into your website, they abandon it as well. Rate parity. Look, I can't express how important it is. And one of our exhibitors and sponsors is OTA Insights. They can give you a platform that notifies you when the OTA is cheaper. I mean, just simple things like that will get you more direct bookings as well. So, during COVID, we were married to these things, weren't we? Because everyone started. I mean, hands up who wakes up in the morning and checks their phone before saying good morning to their partner. Okay, that's good. Who's ever left home without their phone? It's like your hand has been cut off. Okay, this is probably the most important thing that hoteliers really need to understand how people are using these now. The average New Zealander spends 42 hours per week online. Everyone's like, oh shit, that's not me. That's 1 in 2 travellers under the age of 55 are using Google to search. The average person checks their phone 110 times per day. Everyone's just like going like this. No, it's not me. It's not me. Addicted users, 900 times a day. There's apps you can actually get to see how many times you do that as well. So make sure that your mobile version of your website is actually really easy to use. I'm not going to do that now, but usually what I want you to do, and we're doing this in tomorrow's session, is we actually get you to actually give your website to someone else and actually make a booking within under 9 seconds as well. And these are some of the things. So, who hates this? Is everyone getting a bit of anxiety? I'll just keep it up there. Ever had this? Some statistics. And this is where you can actually go in and see how quick your website is compared to Google. 53% of people, that's half the people that come to your website on a mobile, abandon it and go to someone else if your website is not quick enough. People want speed. And as I said, we are married to these things now. And people expect they're consuming so much on that phone, it's not funny. A 1 second delay in the download speed of your website can impact conversions up to 20%. So you imagine for every second what you're losing. It's quite incredible as well. Make sure you evaluate your booking engine. You know how some people have got a website and then a booking engine? Hands up who knows what their conversion rate is of their booking engine. The most critical part of a user journey where they come through to your website and then go to your booking engine is your booking engine, because that's where you take the transaction. And I find a lot of hoteliers do not pay enough attention. Oh, I've just got a booking engine, that will do. Is that the best booking engine for you? Do you actually know? We've actually changed booking engines on clients or built one for them, and it's doubled their conversion. So a very, very important metric is that you must know the conversion rate of your website. But you also must, to me, it's about 1.3. At Fastrack, our average clients, and you can ask some of our clients here, convert at 3 to 4%. And that's the metric. But to me, you really need to know the conversion rate of your booking engine on your website, but also in particular on mobile, because we're all on mobile as well. And again, that's the formula. I'll give you a copy of these slides because I'm sort of trying to get through them as quick as I can as well. This is one of the websites that we built in Australia, NICAP. They've got 82 hotels. We've built them a custom booking engines. They're converting at about 6% as well. If you ever go to their website, you can actually make a booking within 4 clicks. 4 clicks is the rule. So if you're actually getting anything over that, you're losing clients as well. Okay, so pop-ups, I hate pop-ups, but they work, okay? They work. And we also do things like, and can you actually do things like, and we've done this with the top 10 website, where we actually can show things like little prompts there, where you can actually show there's only 5 bookings left, hurry, or there's 5 rooms. And actually, that is, you always think to yourself, an OTA, when you see that, oh, that's not right, it's actually right. And that really tells people, hey, you better bloody book or you're going to miss the cabin as well. So these are some of the things. And I said, these are all basic things, and happy to talk to you about that. That increases your direct bookings. And as I said, some of our clients have started with, on average, getting 20% bookings. Our average client is sitting on about 50% to 60% direct bookings. But it's a combination of all the little things that we actually implement them in to do. And I'm just bringing up a few of them as well. Exit pop-ups. So with Apollo camper vans, what we did, you spent the money, probably out of Google AdWords, come to their website, go to the booking engine, they're about not to book, hey, give you another 5%, increase conversions by 29% as well. Chatbot, I can't stress the importance of a chatbot, and Yonder is one of our sponsors, and we've implemented their chatbot on some of our clients' websites, and it's actually reduced staff times on the phone by 60 to 70% and increased bookings. So get a chatbot. They're really inexpensive. See Yonder, they're they're downstairs, or come and speak to me as well. Search engine optimization, people say, should I do it? You must do it, because to me it's free, and to me it's very, very important. It's free and it's evergreen, and SEO is good for targeting people who are considering with high intent as well. And it's probably the most important now because people are searching more than ever before as well. So paid search, people say, how much should I spend on paid search? Look, I think the minimum you should do is always bid on your brand. If you can't afford $1,000 or something on Google AdWords, do it only for your brand. And you can actually outbid Booking.com. Can anybody tell me why you should always have a Google Ads campaign on, always on for your brand? Anyone? Because when people search for your brand, they're farther down the booking funnel. Because they're searching for your brand, they're ready to book. So you should actually have at least maybe $100 a week Google AdWord campaign running with things like Book, Direct and Save as well. Meta search is very important. Google Hotel Ads is important as well. Reviews, I won't steal the power of how reviews are as well. But there's another area of reviews. When they go to a restaurant, who checks these little stars on Google, the reviews? Everyone does. Yet I find a lot of hotels don't pay enough attention. People are actually preferring hotels, whether they're going to stay at the hotel based on these Google reviews. They're very important. So make sure it's not just your TripAdvisor reviews, it's also your star ratings as well. Very important. And the better your star ratings, the more Google's going to favour you up the list, because they're not going to really list a hotel that's got 1 star, I can tell you. I don't know what the algorithm is, but it's there anyway. So, social media, look, I think probably a couple of years ago, I wouldn't care. But can anyone tell me, look, there's 4.99 million social media users in New Zealand. What's the population in New Zealand? Just over 5 million, isn't it? Okay, so that's pretty important. Can anyone tell me what the number 1 social media platform is in New Zealand? It's Facebook. Can anyone tell me what number 2 is? Sorry? No. No. Facebook Messenger. It's still a platform. What's number 3? Instagram. 4? TikTok. In Australia, TikTok's way down the bottom. I don't know. Why? 5, WhatsApp. 6, Snapchat. 7, Twitter. 8, LinkedIn. 9, Reddit. And 10, Skype. In Australia, Tinder was number 7. No, seriously. Who was in Australia? It was. Because it's a social app. I'm like, I don't know what's going on over there. It was number 8, the most popular. It's Tinder. Anyway, no one uses Tinder here. Anyway, okay. Email marketing. Look, I can't stress enough how important email marketing. How much does email marketing cost? Nothing, does it? And to me, it gives you about an 800 to 1,200% return. But please don't spam people. Who sends out an email to the same message, the same email to their entire database? No one wants to put their hand up because they know it's going to be wrong. Don't send the same email out to everyone on your database. Segment them. Use a CRM. We use Revenate, and I can't believe there's a better system. We don't get paid by them. They're not a sponsor. We use them, and we can actually section off people who have stayed at 2 of your properties, who booked for an OTA, who's over 35, who spent $100 on room service, who's within 100 kilometres of your hotel. Powerful? Pretty powerful as well. So, but email marketing is very important. Gift vouchers, again, have a shop on your hotel. And during COVID, I saw a lot of hoteliers make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on gift shops as well. So, I'm not going to go through too much. I just went through the bare basics. Tomorrow I'm going to sort of extrapolate this more of what I've gone through. But I just wanted to show you some of the really basic, simple things that we do with the clients. We've been working in the industry now for 20 years. We've worked with about 1,200 clients, and a lot of those clients are in this room today, of what we can do to get more direct bookings and more revenue. So thank you very much. Thank you.